Do you want early access? Do you want uncut reactions? If so, then check out our Patreon. Link in the description down below. Awful villain. I thought all villains were awful.
Depends on if you mean they're awful because of the things they do, or if they're awful at being a villain.
That's true. I mean...
It's like Doctor Strange from Aqua Hunger Force. You know, he literally only impacts, like, the plot in, like, 1 or 2 episodes, and it's always indirectly.
Yeah.
Or Dr. Weird, rather.
Gentlemen, behold!
That thing I created! What has science done?
I would say, so, okay, an awful villain in terms of, like, their actions make them awful, being someone like Voldemort. Whereas someone being an awful villain, you know, like you were talking about, Dr. Weird, you know, who literally is an inconsequential villain for the most part. Unless you watch is it the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie where they...
I think he finally does a little bit in the movie.
Yeah.
He might have to do with, like, the exercise thing.
And
I believe he took the...
Yay! Yeah, it takes Carl's muscles.
Yeah, it takes Carl's muscles.
And it's just like, I plan to extort all of you for the property that you own. It's like, oh, I don't know property. I rent. So, we got the episode queued up here. This is episode 7 of season 3. Let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go. Run, you little bastard.
If you hear a growling sound, by the way, that's totally not my stomach. It's just the demons in the show.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit. Uh-oh.
Shoot. Uh-oh. Ooh. Homie dropped the base. The hell's this bullshit? Hey, Nez. True form? No, it isn't.
They combined into that one.
Ah.
That's kind of what I was wondering.
Yeah.
さっきまで怒りの鬼だった。炭治郎の刀がおそらくあの小さい鬼の首を切りかけた時、鬼が両手を掲げた。鬼と楽の鬼。肉がひねり潰されるようにして、2体の鬼は吸収された。は口を開いたが、声を発する間もなく吸収。分裂じゃねえのにさらに若くなった。子供だ。
It's like some Dragon Ball Z shit.
Yeah.
What's going on right now?
本体が囲われる。どうして俺たちが悪人なんだ。
売るからよ。の先ほど貴様らは手のひらに乗るような小さく弱き者を切ろうとした。
誰がだ。ふざけるな。実は100や200じゃないだろう。その人たちがお前に何をしたって食っておいて被害者ぶるのはやめろ。ねじ曲がった少年だ。
By the way, Tokido's totally been drowning for like more than one episode now, so this is definitely some Dragon Ball Z level shit.
Yeah.
Of like time distortion and everything.
貴様の身内でもいたのか。何関係なかろう。
関係あるとかないとかじゃないことに何の理由がいる。そんなこともわからないお前の方こそ鬼畜だろう。
Ooh. That struck a nerve. Ah. Here we are, Tokito's. I wonder if he's just like, maybe I drowned, maybe I'm drowning, maybe this is all a dream.
大事にここを守ろうとしているのか。1 ちの方水天灯霞
Nope, not enough.
応援が来てくれるといいけど先のことなんて誰にもわからないのに炭治郎にはこんなこと言われてないもしかしてお前ごときが私を何とかしようとそれは滑稽そこの人間作者は誰なのだどのような方がこの刀をこいつなんという集中力このぎゅっこに気づかぬほどのバット気に食わぬ
Oh, he ain't stopping.
Jesus.
No reaction whatsoever.
That's what he looks like, yeah.
Of course he does. Because fuck you.
気に食わぬ殺すのは
That
そも
not.
そもなきことだがいくつも間違えたから僕は死ぬんだよ、死なせない時藤さん頑張って
Crap.
何してる
No.
後ろだ
Uh-oh.
何してる
Freaking can opener fish.
Oh, no!
Shit.
ゾウチ急所を刺されたつけようとするな君にできることはない
Huh.
Damn.
Not sure that would actually work that way, but also especially considering that when people blow out, it's mostly carbon
そして人
dioxide.
はこんな力を出せる生き物なんだよ
Yes!
Nice.
Sliced it up. Now pull all the pins at your face.
オウムの父は君と同じ赤い瞳の人だった
Yeah.
It felt like we got almost nothing in that episode.
Unfortunately,
Other
yeah.
than him escaping and the introduction of the fused demon.
Look at that jack motherfucker.
Damn.
をかけて戦っている以上研ぎしもそれ以上の緊張感を持って刀に魂を込めるのだ
へえって言った包丁鋼塚さんが作った包丁で信じられないくらい切れるので怖くて料理に使えないんだって鋼塚さん怖い鋼塚さん怖いですって怖い
次回第8話無一郎の目
Yeah, you're right. Mostly we didn't get much of anything. We got a little bit of an action scene in the beginning, you know, with Tanjiro taking on fear and then hatred entering the fold and all that. But outside of that, it was mostly just more set up for future episodes.
There's more Dragon Ball Z in that episode than just somebody fusing and becoming a smaller version of themselves that's also more powerful.
Yeah.
There was some Dragon Ball Z pacing, I feel like, with that one, too.
Yeah. Shit. But, yeah, I honestly, I know that there's a lot of things that can happen in the interim. I don't know 100%, so I'm here to basically just take part. God, dude, I don't know. The whole thing with just like how they're going with the flow of the story here. I mean, I get it. I get why this episode exists. I get why, you know, because it's all set up. Because, you know, Tanjiro is doing his thing, facing down hatred now, the full form of this of the upper fourth demon has finally revealed itself, and then of course, I get why Tokito, I get the exposition of him basically now being free of that water prison, and now he's gonna be able to go and defend the sword makers from the fuckery that can happen from that fucker with the vase, the fucking jars and shit. Anyway,
The pot demon.
yeah, le pot demon. So yeah, this is probably, I'd say, the weakest episode of the season so far. Doesn't mean it was a bad episode, just in terms of overall story progression and in terms of just like importance, I'd say this is still important, but
it was
not
like,
as much.
So I've been looking forward to every episode, and every episode I've been pretty satisfied. And then last week, like, I've been like, yeah, I can't wait to see what happens in the next one,
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like, I'm like, fuck, I'm still where I was last week and having to wait for next week now is what I feel like after that episode. Know what
That's
I mean?
where that's how I feel too. But
It's like I didn't quite get what I was hoping for this week out of this episode. Like, so now I got to wait another week for the next one.
that's how it goes, man. Anyway, here's the hoping that next week we get a little bit more, like, I'm not gonna say action, but a little more, like, just payoff for all of this setup.
I think there probably will be. Like,
I think so too.
now that Tokito's out of the pot, we've seen that sword. He's probably going to get a hold of that sword, and he's going to be giving the pot demon a run for his money.
Yeah.
There's still Mitsuri who can show up at any point and either fight.
And there was no progression with her in this episode.
Yeah,
really.
that was another reason I was just a little bit like, oh, come on. Like, I would have at least liked to seen if she was, like, heading out to head that way for
Like, all of a sudden she's
one of the two or something.
she's helping
like, just
defend
for a
the
second,
village.
like, show
the
her.
village, the village gets properly evacuated, and the elders are taken care of. And then all of a sudden she's like, "Have you seen Tanjiro? Have you seen this? Have you seen that?" And it's just like, "No, but we've heard a commotion back there at the inn. If you want to go check that out."
But then clearly a bigger battle against the hatred demon is probably going to be starting up next episode as well.
Yes,
So,
and I'm looking forward to that.
yeah.
So anyway, this was episode 7, Awful Villain, by from Demon Slayer. This was the Swordsmith Village arc. And until next time, everybody, signing off. I'm Nate.
I am Nick.
Y'all be good people. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.